Well, hello there, and this is Auntie. And many of you all have asked me or told me, Auntie, how can I grow my YouTube channel? Or rather, Auntie, why isn't my YouTube channel growing? Well, tonight I am going to try to answer some of those questions for you and give you a little bit of guidance on how and why your YouTube channel may not be growing at the rate that you believe it should be growing. Let's get into it.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with a whoop whoop and a boop boop
auntie
boop.
that everybody needs.
You can make this up. Now, you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie.
So why even fuckers?
Aunties and lies, sweet old auntie. Aunties that way. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Well, welcome back, everybody. And this is Auntie. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. To all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for joining the family. To all of my nieces, nephews, thank you all so much for being here and sticking with me through the long haul. I have had many content creators to reach out to me. Gosh, it seems like within the past couple of months, asking or saying that their YouTube channel is not growing at the rate in which they believe it should. And I am going to be doing a series of videos to help you with that or help you answer that question. Tonight I'm going to do an overall view of why your YouTube channel may not be growing. And if you have any questions that you would like for me to answer live on air tonight, please put them down in the comments section so that my moderators can bring it to my attention. Moderators, if you all can do a snapshot of it, send it to me. I will be more than happy to answer that. Now, as most of my subscribers don't usually come here for YouTube advice, but this is something that I feel like is necessary for a lot of people. I have watched many women try to do YouTube, and a lot of them have quit well before their time. I believe I think that they had a really good idea in their heads and thought, oh my goodness, if I could just give me a YouTube channel, I can be successful. I can get the clicks and the views and share my love or my passion for whatever that subject matter is. But again, I've gone back and I've looked at some of the channels and people have quit. And I'm always asking myself, why? Why did they quit? What was the motivating factor that caused them to walk away from their dream of being a YouTube content creator for the long haul? And so I've put together a couple of things that I want to talk about tonight in this series. I'm going to be doing a deeper dive into it. If you are in the comment section again and you want to ask questions, please put them in the comments section, and my moderators will send it to me so that I can answer them, or maybe at the end I'll scroll through and look for them. There's a couple of things that I wanted to give you on. I'm going to be reading, so I won't be looking at the comment section. But there's a couple of things that I wanted to point out to you all as it relates to being a content creator. I've been a content creator on YouTube now. I believe it's about 5 or 6 years. And I did it first of all for the passion of it. When I first started doing YouTube, I never thought that I would be doing reviews. I started off as a, just kind of reviewing wigs and makeup and things like that. And after a while, I started incorporating doing reviews on shows that I like. I have a main channel, and that channel is Auntie's Advice. And that is where I began. This is an offset channel to that one where it was my intention to create this channel for women and to support women. But as my viewership and my subscribers, who I affectionately call my nieces and nephews, began to come over, um, it was no longer just a channel for women. So I am pleased that my men love me enough, my nephews love me enough to come over. But this channel is dedicated to the growth of women. I am not what you consider a huge content creator. I don't say that, that's what I am or anything like that. And some people may say, hey, you don't have 100,000 subscribers or 1 million subscribers. So what do you know about it? Well, what I know about it is I have been doing this successfully for, like I said, the last 4 or 5 years. And whatever information that I have, I can absolutely give to you. I want to give you all some stats about YouTube. For those people who are saying, Auntie, why isn't my YouTube channel growing? I just want to give you some information that you can use. Oftentimes, when we feel like our YouTube channel is not growing, we get, a little sad, and the wind goes out of our balloon, if you will. But I want you all to know that YouTube is not for the faint of heart, and it is something that you have to build over time. Now, there are some people who go onto YouTube with a niche, and we'll be doing a whole series on what a niche is. But there are some people who come on YouTube with a niche. For instance, I've been living in a trailer for a month, and they blow up very, very quickly. But the thing with YouTube is, even if you blow up and you're one of those people who have instant success, you have to be able to maintain and retain those viewers. And so there's nothing wrong with overnight sensation, but it is absolutely more rewarding and more sustainable when you grow at the rate that you should grow. Everybody's not going to be an overnight success. So let me put my glasses on. Let me greet the chat. Hello there, a grow with Nikki Gaga. You said I am here. You've been waiting for a long time. Thank you. Hello there, Madison. Hey, Jat. Well, what's up, Morgan? Hey, Janet Jackson. Hello, Creole Girl. Hello, Dr. Mother Rance. Oh, I love her. I love her. And hello, Igmatic Eve. And so I'm hoping that, I know that some of you all are my subscribers, but I really do hope that a lot of you all are here to receive the information. So let me just say that getting to 100,000 subscribers on YouTube does not happen overnight. And so I want to give you some stats from YouTube that may help you to not be so hard on yourself and the growth of your channel. Let me give you some of these do you knows. Did you know that for most YouTubers, it takes anywhere from 5 to 7 years to really build a thriving YouTube channel? Did you know that? So if you go into it knowing that the average person on YouTube, it takes them 5 to 7 years to grow, and you're only at your second year, you're doing okay. first of all, you have the tenacity and the audacity to stick with it. And that is one of the first things that you need to learn about growing on YouTube, is that you have to have that wherewithal to stick it out, even if you only get 35 viewers. We're going to talk about that later on in the series, and how to use YouTube stats in order to figure out how to maintain those 35 subscribers and build on that. It's all about the stats. YouTube has created a platform where they are doing everything to help you to grow, because YouTube's goal is to get people into the platform and have them to click on a video and watch it. That's their goal. Keep that goal in mind. YouTube's main goal is to get individuals on the platform and get them to click on the video and watch it. And that is why they have built this watch time hours, because that's their goal. Their goal is to have people like myself, people like you, who have YouTube channels, to make content where they can grow. Because if you grow, they grow. If you don't grow, they don't grow. So keep all of that in mind, because YouTube absolutely wants you to grow. They have created many things on the platform in order to help you. They've created YouTube Shorts. We'll talk about those and what the advantages and the disadvantages of doing YouTube Shorts. They have created an editor feature in YouTube where you can upload content and edit it right in the studio. They have created recommendations on different topics that you can use. It is their goal to have everyone to click on this platform and to stay on this platform. It is competitive right now with Facebook, Instagram, Periscope, Station Head. There's all kinds of other social media platforms, and YouTube wants your people here. So they have built in mechanisms in order to assist you to build your platform. Okay? So I want you all to keep all these things in mind. So let me give you another did you know? Did you know that there are approximately 100 million YouTubers worldwide, and that there are only 3 million of those 100 million in the YouTube partnership program? So if you are already in the YouTube partnership program and you are at your 100, your 1,000 subscribers, your 4,000 watch hour, which by the way, I believe has been reduced, you are among those 3 million people. Let me make sure I get it right. Those 3 million people who have been blessed to receive an interest into the YouTube partnership program. Kudos to you. If you're not one of those people, we're going to help you through this series get to the place where you are amongst those 3 million, and it'll be 3,000,001 people, because you will be included in that. Let me give you another did you know? Did you know that according to YouTube stats, there are only 300,000 people that have a silver play button? Level out 100 million creators, okay? That's out of 100 million creators. There are 300,000 silver play holders, 30,000 gold label holders, and less than 3,000 people who have had diamond play buttons. So just understand that that is completely normal and reasonable for people to struggle or to fail at YouTube. But look, when you actually know how to do things in the right order, then you can be one of the very few people to actually get to 10,000 subscribers and then move beyond that. So if you've been struggling with YouTube, I have some good news for you. I'm going to be working with you all on trying to be among those those people who are in the partnership program and have a thriving, ever growing YouTube channel. I don't want you to build yourself up or compare yourself to someone who has, like Mr. Beast, 100 million, or PewDiePie, 100 million subscribers. Very few people reach that level, but you can reach the level and the people that are assigned for you to reach. Again, like I said, I've been doing this for a very long time and I have enjoyed it. There have been ups and downs and all kinds of challenges, and we're going to be talking about that. Um, but I have not quit, and I don't plan to quit. I think that YouTube is a wonderful platform. It is ever growing. There are so many niches and different things that you can learn from YouTube. You may be somewhere in a place where maybe you're in a niche that's really not your niche. I've always heard the saying that if you do something that you love, you'll never work another day in your life. And so a lot of times what we do as YouTubers or content creators is that we begin to create content that is not true to who we are. Maya Angelou says that, to thine own self be true. So maybe, and we're going to talk about that, maybe what you're doing isn't true to who you are. Maybe it's not something that you love to do, but you're doing it because that is the trend. Or you have caused, or you look at someone who has a bunch of subscribers. Instead of them being your inspiration, you're looking at them as your competition, believing that you can do the same thing that they do. We're going to go through why some of that may and may not work for you. But I want you to know that you're at the right place at the right time. And we're going to go through all of this. I think that there are a couple of people in here who have YouTube channels, and I really do want to encourage you to stay on the platform and to really get in, hone in, okay? So, what I'm going to be working on in the next couple of months is a series of videos designed to specifically overcome that goal of being or getting to 1 million content creators, at least 2 monetizations, and then hopefully up to 10,000 subscribers. And then making at some point in their YouTube journey a full-time income as a content creator. Let me tell you, that can be done. But let's talk about a couple of reasons why your YouTube channel may not be growing the way you want it to grow. The first thing I'm going to say is niche. Niche is building the foundation of your channel. So, what is a niche? Are you a how-to channel? Are you a DIY channel? Are you a makeup guru? Are you a news and entertainment content creator? That is your niche. What is it that you love to do? What is it that you would do for free, but yet get paid on YouTube for doing it? If you're not the type of person who likes television or watching television, but you would rather write or read a book, then there is a niche on YouTube called BookTube. That is an area that you may want to go into if that's what you like to do. Maybe you are handy, you sew at home, but you don't really know how to set up the camera. So instead of doing that, you're reviewing a television show. Well, that's not really your niche. That's not something that you love to do. That's something that you are doing until you believe that you can build what you really dream to do on YouTube. But is that the right way of doing things? Back in the 60s and 70s and all of that, when I was growing up, we were told by our parents, get that good old government job. Okay. I grew up in Washington, D.C. And of course, we're the government capital of the world, whatever. Bunch of government buildings. And so It was the idea. While our moms and our dads sweated doing other blue collar work, their dream for us at that time was to get that good government job or that good nursing job or that good doctor job. Well, as we know, in this generation with social media, a lot of the young folk, they are entrepreneurs. Most of them don't even want to go to college anymore. They don't see the value in college. And so things grow, and then we grow. The older ones like myself, we now grow up and we realize that, hey, the young folks seem like they got something going. You have millionaires on both TikTok and on Instagram and on YouTube who are 16, 17, not even 20. They're not even legal yet, and they're millionaires doing what they love to do, focused in on what they love to do. Now, a lot of us have to maintain our households, and we don't have the opportunity to go full time, but we'll talk about that as well. Right, absolutely, lifestyle with Abby. So, we have to change our mindset as it relates to what it is that we do and how much time that we do. If you don't love sewing, why would you create a sewing channel? You wouldn't. If you don't like watching television shows, why would you review a show? Authenticity, being true to who you are, comes across on the screen. You can look at a content creator and know whether or not they are true or being true to who they are. And that comes off. We're going to be talking about charisma, your style, all that kind of stuff. If you go to a YouTube channel and one week they're talking about a television show, and then the next week they're doing the news, and then the next week they're doing something else. Let me use this channel for example. One week I'm in the yard. The next week I'm doing a murder mystery. Then the next week, that makes you go get a little bit of whiplash. Like, okay, what the hell is Auntie doing? That's trying to find a niche for this channel and not really having an intentional reason for being on the channel. I know that this is an advice channel, and that is where we're going to stay at, whether or not that advice be in beauty, whether or not that advice be in YouTube, whether it's real estate or whatever it is, this will be an advice channel. But when you go to someone's channel or someone comes to your channel, they want to know, why am I here? Why should I be here? So let me not get ahead of myself. So what we want to do is have a niche down, what they call the niche down effect. In your YouTube channel, when building your YouTube channel, and the reason why it may not be growing is because the subscribers who click on your thumbnails are expecting one thing and maybe getting something else. Or they may be having YouTube whiplash by coming to your channel and they don't know what they're going to get from one day to the next. And that is not going to help you build a channel. Neither is it going to help you retain the subscribers that you do have. So you have to do what they call the niche down effect. Do what you love to do and not what is popular. I'm going to say that one more time for the people in the back. Do what you love to do and not what's popular. Now, we've already talked a little bit about that, but we'll go further into that. Pick a lane and be intentional about every video you upload. One of the most important things that I want you to take away from this is deliver what the audience wants, not what you want them to want. People who click on your thumbnail is your audience. They have clicked on your thumbnail because you they believe that when they click on this video, they're going to get something that they want. But yeah, when they click on it, you start off talking about one subject matter, and then the next thing you're on to something else. You have to be intentional about what it is that you put in your thumbnail and that you put in the title of your video, and ensure that this is what the audience wants. When that person clicks on your video, they do not intend for you to talk about 5 different subjects. And that very well may be why your channel is not growing. And then one week you're talking about what I ate for the day. And then the next video, you're talking about a review. That is not going to retain viewership. It's not going to keep you in the algorithm. Also, YouTube needs to know that you're creating content for your audience. And that is a simple term of the algorithm. Now, a lot of people are like, what is the algorithm? The algorithm is YouTube's ability to classify your video and bring in the audience for that particular video. So if I'm a DIY channel, YouTube is going to put me in that category of DIY. It is my responsibility when they click on that DIY video that I deliver that content. If I don't deliver that content, then I will cause myself to come out of the algorithm. Why? Because I have not given the audience what they believed that they were coming there for. If you understand that in that simple term that I just gave you, can you put a 1 in the chat? I want to make this as interactive as I can. The algorithm is what YouTube uses in order to connect you to an audience. It is not the mean, scary beast. Okay, thank you, y'all. Thank you. I'm hoping that you all understand it in its most simple terms, because I watch videos and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I want you to clearly know what the algorithm is, and that is not this big, unexplainable, mysterious thing of YouTube. All it is YouTube connecting you to the audience. And so if you're talking about Wendy Williams in one video, and then you're talking about DIY, then YouTube can't connect you to the same audience. You now have to go back out of the DIY and now go to the Wendy Williams section. And now your audience doesn't know what they're going to get from you next. Who are you going to talk about? What are you going to talk about next week or in your next video? And so now you found yourself starting from day one. Now you're starting fresh. And YouTube doesn't know how to place you anymore. And they don't know what audience to recommend to you anymore. I'm just giving this to y'all straight. No mystery. Nothing. I'm giving it to you straight. This is the straightest you're going to ever hear it. It's from me. You have to draw down or niche down. What is it I am really intentionally wanting to do on YouTube? Who is my audience, and what do I want my audience to get every time they come? Now, once you become a YouTuber and you've been doing this for a long time, is it possible to be shadow banned and be removed from the algorithm, or is that a myth? I see some channels with low views but consistent for months. That is a great question. Lifestyles with Abby. What is happening with those YouTube channels, if you probably go back and review, they don't have a niche. And so because of that, YouTube doesn't know how to place them in the algorithm. They're now standing on the background, waiting to get back in. You have to niche down. So I do hear people say shadow ban, nobody's clicking on my YouTube channel. That is maybe because one, they're inconsistent with the content that they are creating. They are inconsistent with the content they are creating. Two, the audience is not receiving what they have promised. Can you imagine going to a doctor, Lifestyles with Abby? Thank you so much for that question. Can you imagine going to a doctor's office to have an x-ray done, and he has a dental chair in there and he's ready to pull your teeth? I came here for a chest x-ray, not to get my teeth pulled. And that is how the algorithm sees someone with inconsistent niches, not giving the audience what the audience wants or what the audience needs. So I don't know about the shadow banding. I will go back and look at that channel and see how many topics in different areas that they're talking about. If you are an entertainment channel and then one day you get up in the morning and you decide that you're going to be a gamer, you are out of the algorithm because now they don't know how to place you. Gaming is not entertainment. Gaming has its own section within the platform. So they have to realize that this is not about shadow banding. This is about niching down. So I'm hoping that you got that and everybody else got that. Again, if you have a question, right now I'm looking, so I'm seeing, bring on the questions, you all, because I really want to help. And I want to help in a way that it's not so sterile and dry and let me tell you why you're not getting. No, break it down. Break it down to me like a 3-year-old. Give it to me straight, Auntie. And here you're going to be able to get this information straight. No chaser. Okay. Most of you, you are realistic about wanting to make YouTube something that makes you money and get monetized. You're going to have to pick a lane, at least at the start, to stay in to build the foundation of your channel. And then you might get to other things later, but you have to build up and then you can branch out. Let me say that again. You have to build up and then you can branch out. What they call that is the 80-20 rule. So for big content creators, they use what we call the 80-20 rule. You've got over 100,000 subscribers and you built your channel on this. Let's say you built your channel on education and lifestyle. But now so that's 80% of the content that is on your channel. But now you got 20% that you can play with because you built your subscribership. You have now become a content creator that no matter what you decide to talk about, you're going to have at least 1,000 people to click on that video. Now, as you all know, that the CPMs are different in every niche, right? You have different CPMs. You have anywhere from five CPMs all the way up to $75, $80 per CPM. CPM, okay, count per click, okay? So when you have become a large content creator and have a guaranteed following, you can use the 80-20 rule. You can decide, you know what, today I want to vlog. Well, you're going to have people who are going to click on that. Click, 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 click. Because now you are an established YouTuber. But when you are just starting off and you're under 10,000 subscribers or 1,000 subscribers, you have to niche down. You can't have one video with an interview and the next video with you by yourself. And then the next one with you. And then the next two are with you. And then the next one you're doing an interview. YouTube now doesn't know what to do with you. And I'm just keeping it a buck. I believe Mary is here. If Mary is here, Mary, put my email address down, Mary, in the comment section. Okay. What are you asking, sweetie? Is it possible for a video to gain an audience without boosting the video and paying for an ad? I'm not sure what that question means. Let me look at it again. Is it possible for a video to gain an audience without boosting the video and paying for an ad? I'm so unclear about that. I am somebody. Can you please write that again or break that question down? I'm not getting it. I apologize. Is it possible for a video to gain an audience without boosting the video and paying for an ad? So let me try to break that down. Is it possible for a video to gain an audience? Absolutely. Even if the audience is an audience of 5. But I don't know what boosting the video is because I don't know anything about boosting and paying for an ad. Now, I know that there are other platforms where you can pay for advertisement and pay for a boost in your video, but YouTube does not have that. So I believe you may be talking about another platform. YouTube gives the option to boost the video. I've never seen that. I have never seen YouTube boost a video. The only thing I know about, and that has worked for me, is the algorithm. Anything outside of that, I don't know. I've never had YouTube to ask me to boost a video or said, Auntie, we're going to boost your video for $5.99. I've never seen that. I'll look into that. I'll put that on my list as something to look into, but I have never seen that. I have seen that on other platforms being offered, but I've never seen that on YouTube. So I'm hoping Google Ads is not a boost. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay, no. I don't know anything about that. I've never been interested in doing that. I've always wanted to build and have built my viewership authentically. I've never brought a subscriber, never will buy a subscriber, won't buy any ads. And that is why I'm teaching this, because there are other ways of boosting an audience and growing your YouTube channel without having to pay for it. So I'm not sure about that. And I do believe that the Google ads are more for blog sites and not for YouTube content creators and videos. So, but I will do further research into that and I'll look at that as well. So you need to be intentional about every single upload. So you need to plan for that intentional. Okay. And we want to make sure that we get our viewership and that we maintain our viewers. We're going to come from, you have to make content that people want to watch. It's not just about what you want to make. It's about what they want to watch you. We have to learn as content creators to put the audience first. And that's how people succeed on YouTube. As the real ultimate secret guru, tricks, no hacks, it really comes down to you have to make content that people will be interested and curious to click on. And then you have to keep and hold their attention through retention and watch time and your editing and your delivery and your audio quality and your presentation style, and all that can come later on. What you want your people to say and to think about is, I will subscribe to you. But if they don't, it may be because the content you are creating is not what they clicked on the video for. So thumbnails are extremely important. I cannot stress that enough. Your thumbnail is the first thing they're going to see before they even see the title of what you're going to be talking about. You cannot, as a small YouTuber, use clickbait to get people to come to your channel. Let me take my glasses on and let y'all know I'm serious. You cannot, as a small YouTuber, use clickbait to get people to watch your channel, to click on it, and expect to maintain them, retain them, and get them to subscribe. Again, you have to be intentional about what it is that you are giving them. What is the product? Do not have me buy a bag of potato chips in it. I open my bag of potato chips and I've got broccoli. Well, I wasn't in the mood for a vegetable. I was in the mood for a chip, a carbohydrate. So it is important that as young and small YouTubers that you don't use it as clickbait. Now you should do research to see what the bigger channels are doing, but you can't, as a small YouTuber, do what they do. It's that type of thing where do as I say and not as I do. So the say is in the comparative, the one-for-one content that you're making from that is like that big YouTuber that you admire. I'm hoping you all got that. A big YouTuber can put a video up and clickbait because they have already established their audience. You can't clickbait because you have to be intentional. Now, you always should do research, whatever your niche is, whatever you've decided that this is my niche and this is where I want to go. Then you should do comparative. You should go to a YouTuber's channel who is making 100,000 views off of that video. Not 35, not 57,000, 100,000. If you're doing reviews, you want to go to that channel that's getting 100,000 views. You want to see what they're doing and how they're doing it. You also want to look at the thumbnails. What thumbnails made you click? Why did you click? Why did you click on that video? What was it about that thumbnail or about the thumbnail, which is the introduction, okay, the commercial, if you will? Why'd you click on it? And then what did you expect? The other people that you're following and who are in your same niche, what are they doing when you come in? Are they offering you a bag of potato chips, but when you open it up, you have broccoli in it? Or are they giving you the potato chips, the broccoli, the chicken to go with it, maybe a side of mash, and a biscuit? You have to be intentional about the information that you're giving. Okay, so what did you say, Creole Girl? If you start in a niche, but it's not growing after 5 years, would expanding content subject be a good idea at that point, or should you continue with the same content longer? It would depend on you. If you started in a niche and you are not growing for 5 years, then you need to do some other evaluations. And it shouldn't take you 5 years to look and see whether or not that niche is growing. You should be reevaluating and looking at your YouTube stats every month. and looking at the information that YouTube is providing. YouTube provides a comprehensive day by day stat on where your videos are and how they're performing. So I'm hoping that nobody has been in a particular niche for 5 years and they're still not expanding. Um, if that is the case, you may want to build another YouTube channel if you can afford to do so. I believe, and I have some stats on it. I haven't really gone through them all, but I believe it takes up to like 100,000 100 videos to even start really getting really into the algorithm real good, right? Where your name comes up. But if you're a content creator, you'll see who your competition is. YouTube does that work for you. Do you know you don't even have to do the work? YouTube does it for you. They will show you in your analytics what YouTube channels are your competition or who are doing and providing the same level or working in the same niche as you are. YouTube is doing the work for you, but you have to understand how to read the analytics. Should we mix pre-recorded and lives or stick to one format? Y'all are pushing me. I'm not even at that part yet, but I will absolutely answer it. I love this interaction. Um, 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 I'm going to get back to it, but I'm going to answer this now. No. If you are a YouTube content creator with under 10,000 subscribers, you should not pre-mix. Your audience needs to know what they're going to expect from you every time. That is how you grow your channel. For instance, Auntie's advice, I used to pre-upload videos. I love doing it. It gave me time to plan. But when I started going live and I looked at my analytics, everyone loved the lives. So in building that channel, I had to do, as I have told you all that you have to do, I had to give the audience what they wanted. Almost every video, it is confirmed that this is what the audience wants. Let me tell you why. Because there's always at least one person in the comment section who says, "Oh my God, I caught a live." That is the highlight of many people's day, is to come and look at the video in the replay. And they're like, "God, I wanted to be in that live." There are comments in my comment section where people say, "Gosh, I'm sorry. I missed the live." So while it is probably more advantageous for me to upload, it is not what my audience has come to know and to love. So if you are a small content creator, you should be consistent on what you provide to them. If you're going to do pre-records, stay pre-recorded. Maybe put a schedule up on your community wall indicating I'll go live once a month. If you are doing if you are doing pre-recorded, I would suggest doing that. But if you're doing lives, stay live. Build that audience. But look at your analytics. YouTube will give you an opportunity to look at those analytics and show what the performance is. How long has this person, did they watch the video? Are they watching the first 5 minutes of the video, or are they watching it all the way through to the end? So you have to look at your analytics, and I will, be offering that, reviewing channels with people. I'll be helping you all with that, right? For a nominal fee, but but I can look at you, help you evaluate your channel to see What do your analytics say? Your analytics are telling you what's happening because YouTube, again, wants people to look at your videos. When you grow, they grow. The platform is doing all kinds of things to help small YouTubers. So, Sonia, I'm hoping that I answered your question. Should we mix pre-recorded and lives or stick to one format? I would suggest as a new content creator that you stick to one format just until you can grow. Make sure that your audience consistently knows what they're going to be getting from you. What is the expectation? I have two niches that I like. They are kind of related, yet they are not. Should I continue them both? Sweet Heavenly Dove, I will have to look at your channel. Is this the name of your channel? I will have to look at it because I'm not sure what those niches are. But your audience will tell you if these niches are as related as you believe that they are. So it would cause me to have to look at it and evaluate what's going on there. I get good feedback from both if I have short video, but I will, I guess you're saying, look at the data. You absolutely want to look at the data and you want to look at your retention rate. If you're going live on your channel and you're not having a lot of people in your live, it's either that a lot of your subscribers may not have their notification bells on. And so, you want to make sure that you're looking at that. YouTube does provide that information to you by way of, hey, 10% or 1% or 5%. Because, YouTube, they talk in a deep voice. 5% of your people have their notification bells on. So then that lets you know that you have to do a call to action. So, we'll talk about call to action. Girl, y'all got me working. I love this. You have to do a call to action. Do not forget to turn on your notifications so that every time that I go live, you'll know. So you have to look and see, what it is that YouTube is telling you that your audience wants, because they're going to tell you what your audience wants. Moreover, a lot of you all have probably seen at the end of a video, they may ask you to rate that video. Did you like the content? Smiley face, kind of, and then a frown. I didn't like that content. So YouTube is also doing the work behind the scenes to help you build your channel. I'm not going to be out here much longer. I did not even get to half of my presentation, but I will continue this series because what I wanted to talk to you all about is making, one of the things I wanted to say is that you have to do your research on your video topics. Okay. And this is what we call the planning phase. So you have to go out and look for videos around things that you want to make and that you want to talk about, and that you can make at least 100 videos about it and not be bored. You also want to, make videos that you love, and you want to at least make 20 of those. So that requires you to really niche down again to find out what it is that you want to discuss. I also want to talk to you all about, because I'm not going to get to half of these notes. Okay, I have so many notes. Are you consistent in your presentation? Are you on screen and then you off screen? So what I mean by that is I'm gonna be offering it to you all. Hi, 420. Some names I've never seen. Okay, thank you. So when I say, you need to be consistent, are you going to be on screen or off screen? How many of you all have gone to a video and this is what you have seen? And the next time you come back, they're on the screen. And then the next time you come back, you have, a little icon that is popping up and, up and down on the screen, but you don't see anybody, but you hear these voices. What is it going to be? You have to be consistent with what you are offering. Consistency in what they're looking at. Now, when I go live with my viewers, my members, sometimes I'm on, sometimes I'm off, but that's my membership. These again are people who I have established a rapport and a relationship with. But when you are a small YouTuber, you can't do that. You can't do that, boo. You have to stay consistent with it. They want to see your hair, your lipstick. They want to see what outfit you got on. And this is how you start. This is how you have to continue. You can't be on and off in a relationship. Nobody wants someone who's hot and cold or someone that you don't know what to expect from them. Or someone who's doing a video with, I got my boo in this video and then I don't have my boo in this video. Are you a family channel or no? So there's so many things that I really want to talk to you all about because consistency is the key. And then you have to be charismatic. You have to learn how to love the camera, even if you have to practice. And if you only have 5 people in there, then okay. I got 5 people in here. But I'm going to love up on these 5 people that I have to be here. And I'm going to give them the best of who I am every time. I'm going to be consistent in who they have grown to love because people, your subscribers, especially the ones that you've had for quite some time, they have grown to have a relationship with you and they think they know you. Matter of fact, they do. So they see you as a best friend. They see you as an auntie. They see you about all that. So you have to be consistent with what they're going to see. You can't have pictures going across the screen and then the next time I see you on screen because now I don't know what to expect. And that affects your retention and your audience rate. It affects the people who subscribe and who are active on your channel. All of this matters. And I know that as busy people, okay, busy women, busy men, busy moms, busy dads, people who are, have stressful jobs when when they're not on screen. I know that's hard, and that's why you have to be intentional and schedule your content. When you grow an audience, you can miss. They are forgiving. But when you are still yet a small content creator, consistency, being intentional about the content that you are creating is wonderful. There's so many other things that I wanted to give you all tonight, but we're going into an hour and I had not expected to be out here this long. And so I will do a part 2 to this. I'm thankful for all the questions that you all that you all asked. I'm thankful for the interaction. I will be doing one-on-one coaching and I'll be letting you all know what that is and how we're going to handle that. I don't know if I'm going to create a membership for you all to join so that, you can have that one-on-one time or that group time for those who are serious about growing their channel. I will follow up with you all about that. But for right now, would you say you're guilty? I'm guilty of inconsistency. I think that a lot of us are, and some of the topics that I want to go into as well is: do I have to, Auntie? Do I have to create a video every day? There are certain niches where you create a there are certain niches where, yes, you should create a video every day. And then there are other niches where you don't have to create a video every day. You don't have to do that. But when you create that video, it needs to be intentional, and it needs to be exactly what the audience wants. And I do believe that a lot of people um I do not understand the analytics and how much work YouTube is putting into this game to make you successful. And that's what I would like to have, one-on-one with people, and go over your analytics with you, help you to understand how this thing operates. Because a lot of times we think we're doing the right thing and we're creating content. I really believe that I'm late for a video, though. Hold on, let me see. Am I late? I don't think so, though. Okay. But I think that a lot of times we think that we're doing the right thing and we're not getting the results. And so it makes you very frustrated, and it makes people walk away from YouTube and say, I can't do this. There are people like me who can't make it a full-time job, but I do the best that I can with being part-time. I really need to have a staff, but I'm just not ready to hire one yet. So I'm not in that position. So I do the best that I can do. But when we know better, we do better. And when we do better, we get better results. And I am here to help small content creators. Now, like I said, I ain't no big old 100,000 subscribers. I don't have 100,000 subscribers, but you don't need to have 100,000 subscribers to give out information, and information that will help you grow. So thank you all so much for being here. Again, thank you so much for all of your questions. Thank you to my moderator, Mary, who always keeps the room nice and safe. If you all want to reach out to me, you can do that at Auntie's 2 cents at gmail.com at any time, and we'll get back together. I will be doing a part 2 to this because there's so much of my presentation that I was not able to get to, but I want to do these live so that it is interactive. I think that it's important for me and for my audience. Thank you, Mary. It is important for my audience that you all see me and that you see me live. So if there's a case where I will have to do an upload, I will do a follow-up with a live video for it, because I want you all to be able to get your questions answered as well. So until next time, you all stay safe. And thank you, MJ. Thank you, according to MJ. If you have a YouTube channel and you would like me to look at it, once this video is up, please put it down in the comment section. I'm not sure, how many people are out here who are actually content creators. And I want to be able to see who you are and to go out and look at your YouTube channel. Okay, so again, put it down in the comment section. Just say, hey, Auntie, I'm a content creator. And that's all you say, because if you say anything else, YouTube gonna block it. Okay, I love you all so much, and y'all have a great night. Bye, y'all.